What's going on, y'all? Today is Tuesday, the 18th. Me and Pop's back in the shop.
Hey!
And he's moving that piece of lead around right there. We had to use that lead to weigh the car down because it was tweaked a little bit. But that lead is holding it on the jack stand, holding it level. So he's just moving it out of the way because guess what's fixing to happen? We fixing to put some tubing on this frame right here. So that's what we're going to work on this evening. If y'all seen in the last video, we got it ready. We got everything out of the way, lines and everything. We still got a couple of muffler brackets we got to cut off. But we'll get those out of the way and we're going to get some tubing on this thing. We're going to do our bars underneath. Our wood will be underneath the floor pan. And we'll get those in and then we may bend a rear hoop tonight. We've never done a rear hoop from scratch. We kind of have an idea. We can count to 10, that's about it. But we're gonna try it. We're gonna try it. So y'all hang out with us. I may throw it up on time lapse while we do some cleaning and grinding right here and getting all this grease and stuff off. And then I'll pick the phone back up and show y'all what we're gonna do. Y'all hang out. All right, y'all. Y'all seen in the time lapse, Pop's got us cleaned up on the frame right there, and this side, and then the control arm bracket back there, the control arm bracket on this side. He got all that cleaned up. I measured, and we just cut two pieces 1.5 inches, and yes, we are using 1.5 inches. I know some people said we needed to use 1.75 inches, but a lot of your newer cars built now are out of 1.5 inches. This is 1.5 inches, 120 wall tubing. So it's heavy gauge tubing. And that's what we're about to put from that mount up through here, parallel with the frame rail, to right up here. And they'll be sitting level. We clamped a piece of 1 inch square tubing across there to lay it on. And it'll be level with the bottom of the frame. And then we'll level it front to back. And then that way we can tie it in up here, and it'll be right at the bottom of that frame right there. So it'll work out just right, and then that's what we will tie to with the rest of the cage, and we'll explain all that once we get those in there. This part may take a minute getting these fitted in, so y'all just hang out. I'm gonna throw it back up on time lapse. We'll get these fitted, and then I'll put it on real time when we get ready to tack them in. Y'all hang out. All right, y'all, sorry about that. My sister came down and then my wife came down and then it was a family party for a minute. So Pops and I were working on that tube right there. As y'all can see, it is tacked in. And what we done, we decided to lay another 1 inch piece of tubing right there and come up 2 inches from the bottom of the frame. It just worked out better to tie all this in. And we put a 30-degree bend in that right there and tied straight into that frame, which I'll show all that here in a second. What we're gonna do is I'll put it on real time and we're gonna bend that piece of tubing that's going over here on this side, and then we'll mark it and cut it off where we need to back there and get it tacked in there. So y'all hang out. You have told you shoot. What I'm saying, hang on. Push it in. just did right now. Oh. Get her. Like that. I think it'll work. Get us one of them digital angle finders. Quit messing with them flopping cheap things. I mean, they work. Authority. Authority. That's authority. Now earlier we cut these long just so we have enough material. To make sure we have enough.
We're gonna weld all these short pieces together to make us a long piece.
Yeah. Alright, I'm good right there.
Yeah, right there? I gotta go out a little bit, I think, don't I?
Yep. Whoop. Alright. What we done, y'all? We're doing them 12-inch from the outside of the frame rail to the very inside of our tubing. And these will still be right center of our floor pan. And we'll still have enough clearance under the car when we do our headers, because the rules say we have to have headers that exit under the car. So
So they're not gonna let us run them headers like we're figure 8?
no. I'm gonna cut that a little long.
Okay.
Because of that E-brake hump.
Oh yeah.
And I'm gonna have to grind that back a little bit and let this whole thing
Oh, I got you.
come this way a little bit.
I got you. So you're gonna have to make this about.
I'm going to have to be about 1/4 inch long back there.
Okay.
Can't be doing that now. Got a lot of work to do, can't be yawning. Dead on 90.
Where you leave?
Not my hood off. I laid my saw home over here out of the way. We went ahead and tagged that one in, so We had to move stuff for Weller. Now everything's in the way a little bit. But it's all right. We'll go about a 1/4 inch long. About like that. But that's all we got. And that blade wore about flat out.
Yeah.
She about wore out.
I guess.
We've got a nice DeWalt porta band under there, but what that was. We good? We're pretty good there.
Yeah.
Man, we laying.
About the same as it was over yonder, right there.
All right,
Right there's where
I got a major. You gotta come in. Come on. Oh. Alright, I've got to grind mine like I did over there for that little curvature. And come this way a little bit, and by the time I come this way, I'll be right under that hole like we are right there.
Okay. And I got a little tiny gap right here, so
By the time I grind and
that'll
come
work. That'll work just right.
close her up. Oh, we're making a mess now. We're getting in a hurry.
Yeah.
Need to slow down.
What do we do?
I might just take it out of there. One hand too. I can't do it that hand. I can't do it left handed. There's some people commenting on the video I posted today. This video will be out probably tomorrow, but there were some people that commented on the video I posted today about how this reminded them of building IMCA stock cars. Very similar to an IMCA hobby stock, I think is what it's called in IMCA world. I think it's a hobby stock. The rules are pretty much the same, except I think IMCA hobby stock runs a 7-inch wide wheel. And they have to run like a street radial tire.
Yeah. Well,
We're allowed an 8-inch wheel and H500s, American Racer 500s, and a variety. You good?
Nope. All right, right there.
I'm perfect right there. If that's where you need to be, I'm good. you can't go that way. But we're the same on the frame.
Yeah.
It may be the rail, maybe the dimensions in the rail or whatever. But it looks good, so I'm gonna go with it. Same thing here too. I'll have to pick that up a little bit.
All right.
Once we get that tack. Pick this end up a little bit. Set everything off so we go. Red eye?
Red eye. No, I covered them up so they wouldn't get red.
Give me an eyeball right here.
Gotta put my eyeball on.
I'm gonna play right there.
You're a little bit too low. Whoa, 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 right there.
No brown.
Those are awful cute.
Look what we're taking from, bro. I'm gonna go over there and clamp to the bar. The clamp to the square tube, it's not round too rough.
Yeah. But when we picked up on that end, we
Yeah.
pulled up off for
Yeah.
square tubing on this end.
You don't round too good to that run. There we go. Now we in business. I'm about the same height as I am over there. Alright. Okey-dokey.
What up?
Okey-dokey. Starting to look like something.
Oh, like it does something.
I know we're starting to build this on this rusty frame, but we are going to sandblast it. Once we get the cage and everything done, we're going to sandblast it all at once. And because that floor pan and firewall is easy to pick up off of there, so we'll be able to sandblast all this underneath. And what we're going to do is we've seen some guys on YouTube that have tried the sandblast pressure washer, the dustless blasting kits off Amazon. We're gonna try one of those. I've watched a bunch of videos and they seem to work pretty good. And this frame isn't real dirty, it's just surface rust. So we think this frame will clean up pretty good. And obviously y'all seen the firewall and floor pan, it's not bad. So we think that's gonna work. We're just kind of gonna do a video on that just to see how it works because we never used one. So we will clean this up, I promise. Need that for now. Don't need that for now.
Clamp still hanging there, too.
Oh. I got you. These little 2-inch C-clamps come in handy for about everything.
Yeah, they do.
I got you close. We're just picking up our stuff, you know. Getting it out of the way, get an idea what we're looking at. These dang beetles are dive bombing us. What do that red level? Oh, there it is.
Yeah, what?
That red level.
Oh.
A little bit shorter. 48. Man, that's perfect. How close we get? We level. We are level.
What we need?
Yep. Yep. It's a good start. It's a good start. I'll take y'all off this tripod and kind of explain what we're thinking.
Man, we get it laid out.
Kind of explain what we're thinking right here.
Get a round bar down that side.
Yep.
Then we'll be ready to.
What Pops and I were talking about, if you stand right here, everybody knows the motor mounts. This has V6 motor mounts, so those got to come off, and we're going to put the stand bolt on from Speedway. We'll weld them on, of course, but they'll be up here where the V8 mount's supposed to be. And everybody knows that the headers go in and down. So we knew if we stayed inside that frame right there, we would be okay under here. And also, this is just the beginning, I promise. We're going to box the frame rails from that factory piece there all the way back to there on both sides. And there will be kickers going out to the frame rail from this bar there. And what we're thinking now on rear hoop and where the cage is going to sit, we're going to build it offset. We're going to take 1.5 inch tubing and we're going to weld it to the outside of this frame rail right here. The length we need for our cage, because our cage is going to sit back here, about where that hole is right there. That's going to be about the center of the rear hoop as it goes up. So we're going to put round tubing out here and just weld it to the frame rail. This side of the hoop will sit on that round tube. It'll go up and over. The other side will sit on that bar there we just put in, about right there where Pops' finger is. And then we'll build from there. The A-pillar will tie in right up here, and the A-pillar will be out here on this round tube out here. And it'll be what they call an offset cage, for those that don't know. Basically like an open wheel. So, but that's where we're at right now. This is going to be part 3 probably, because this video is getting already long a little bit. So slowly but surely, y'all, like I said, we're going to try to do daily updates as we work on this thing and progress with it. We've got pretty much all the tubing we need to build the whole cage. So now we got to get our firewall and floor pan. After we get the rear hoop on, we'll get that firewall and floor pan in here and trim it to where it'll butt up right against the rear hoop. And then once we do the sheet metal in the car, we can go down the back of the cage and tie in and pot rivet to the floor pan, and it'll be all closed in cockpit. So that's where we're at. I hope I explained it good enough. We're not, like I said, I don't know a lot of terminology on this stuff, and we really don't. I mean, we had y'all remember our cheater bins over there that we made the other night? 90, 45, 75, 30, 15. We threw a 30 up there, and it looked good to bend right into that frame. So we bent 30s on it and went with it. And then we trimmed them to fit. So it turned out pretty good, though. I like it.
Be all right?
Oh, yeah, it's a good start. They're level front to back. They're level side to side. So now we can start building a roll cage. But that's going to be it for this video. This is part 3. As y'all imagine, there's going to be a lot of parts because we got a lot of building to do. But we hope y'all enjoy it. Well, I hope y'all enjoy this whole series of this factory stock. It's going to be a fun deal for me and Pops. And this is the stuff we enjoy to do. But getting this thing to the racetrack is going to be the icing on the cake. And seeing what we built go around the racetrack. So But thank y'all for watching. Y'all like, comment, subscribe. If you will, please hit that share button. Share it with your friends and family. Get them into dirt track racing if they're not into dirt track. This stuff is pretty cool. And get your kids into it. Man, I love seeing kids come around the dirt track and come up and talk to us and stuff like that. And my nephews were raised in this, and my niece is 9 years old, and she come down here last night and was telling us how to build a race car. So, but we enjoy it. We hope y'all enjoy it. And until next time,
Appreciate it, guys. God bless you.
see y'all.